This is the video of John and Karen fighting on January 28th, the very morning before John O'Keefe is going to be killed. And you can see him and Karen interacting, and it definitely looks like they're still fighting.
This text is very important. Come down to my house down the Cape and we'll bang. If you want the beach life, I could give you all of that. So he's actually selling what the future with me would look like. So this is an odd statement, right? Can you take charge?
These are the handwritten notes of Yuri Buchanan. This relates to what Yuri Buchanan was hearing from Brian Patrick in their only interview. Sam and I are going to analyze the text messages between Brian Patrick Higgins and Karen. But before we do that, it's important to understand that on February 3rd, 2022 at 3:45, Yuri Buchanan and Michael Proctor met with Brian Patrick Higgins at his attorney's house. But right before that, at 12:37, just a few hours before, Brian Patrick Higgins was at the FBI kiosk with his friend extracting these text messages. And that's important because it was just hours before the meeting with Proctor and Buchanan. Going out with a friend in town, let her come over, and my address in West Roxbury, 8:40 p.m., 11:15 p.m., texting me she was home. I'm still trying to figure out, did these two hook up? Whether they did or not means really nothing, but are they both not disclosing what really happened? At some point in this investigation, Higgins realizes that he has to disclose that him and Karen were having a relationship, and that's going to give him motive, and that's why he brought these texts to
It's very Yuri. Quick, actually, though. I mean, it's like within a week.
You feel guilty texting me? No. Okay. What do you want from me? Nothing. Do you want anything from me? I would hang out. Oh, gee, thanks. What am I supposed to say?
Question mark.
You're being tough on me. None of us is married. True. So game on?
Question mark.
We can say whatever we want.
Do you like me? Question mark. I responded, yes, clearly. Defendant said, come over my house. Are you glad you walked me out? Question mark.
You asked why I want to hang out. I'm just saying that I already hang out with you. Yeah, but we have never one-on-one. Does going to a friend's house qualify as transportation to drink? Yeah, because I can't just have one. Have none then. There's 5 bedrooms here. Does mine have a lock on the door?
Question mark.
Trust me, I am tempted. Grab the Hennessy. Thanks, doll. I am confused. You don't feel guilty in inviting me over? Should I? I don't know. Who knows what you feel? Only know what you said when you were drinking Hennessy. Jeez, I just explained everything.
So wait, he's in the blue, right? Brian Higgins is in the blue? Okay.
Yeah, and she's the one saying, sometimes it's hard to figure out because usually it's a guy saying, come over.
Explained everything. I thought, wow, you get angry easy. What are you talking about? I'm not angry. At the least, but you kind of have a live-in boyfriend. You act like I ask dumb questions. Yeah, kind of. Do you plan on leaving him? I don't have any plans at the moment in either direction. Sometimes I go back and forth. Yeah, I'm a ton of fun. I am super private and do not talk out of school. I am safe. Does that make sense? I am all of that and more. Safe? Like I am private.
I don't know if you ever had an affair, but this is a fair talk for we can hook up and I won't say anything to anybody.
Oh, so yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. She was asking him in a roundabout way, like, is he somebody that she could do this with behind John's back? And he's sort of confirming that he is, which is interesting because that spits in the face of some of the other ways in which he engages her.
He does a lot of projection on her with regard to being easily aggravated. There's so much that with Karen is not. No matter what you say, she's not the person to be insecure. She's very forward in what she says. And Brian Higgins is the insecure person in this situation. But a lot of times, and we're going to see that he's going to get aggravated easily. He's projecting it onto her. And we're going to get into the part where you see where he has that conflict. Once he finds out John talks shit about him in his mind, he immediately puts his focus on the John, which is coming up.
He doesn't like it, you're right.
Or who I hang with. Do I aggravate you? No. According to John, you may occasionally talk out of school. He said that about me? But that's none of my business. With respect to what exactly? None of my biz. So then why invite me to your house party? Now I am aggravated. Tonight's house party? Or last week? OMG, why? Last week. Like, why would he talk shut about me?
Question mark.
Because we all like you. Everyone does. Geesh. You just said he talked shit about me. He wasn't talking shit at all. He always says how much he likes you. Just mentioned Brian does all right for himself. He has not said one negative thing about you ever. I just didn't think you were that private. That's all. I am about a lot of things. Don't be so sensitive. I am good. Nah, my boxers are just fine. You're not going to run your work truck through the gears tonight? I thought you were tons of fun. No, I am not. As much as I would like to. Moving on to the next call.
There's so much going on here.
It is nuts now to watch this knowing what we know. Knowing that there wasn't a true, oh, they met and that was it. Knowing that we saw Karen physically flirting with Brian, which is exactly what I didn't think happened, right? I was making fun of Higgins for not taking a hint. Meanwhile...
You sensitive again? I can't really follow your thought process. You keep kind of insulting me a little. I am still confused why you want to hang with me. It's also out of left field. Are you single? Yes. I don't think it's out of left field. Wasn't I already begging you to come over last Saturday? Why would I have thought you had any interest in me?
One point I'm learning about Karen is that her sense of time is a little interesting, because there's numerous places, both in her interaction with Higgins and with John in those texts. She has a weird sense of time. It's like last week was 2 years ago, the way that she will talk sometimes. And she does that with John too, which I think is just interesting.
So you have sent me signs before? Did I miss them? John and I have had a lot of ups and downs. And we already did this nearly 20 years ago. And there's kids involved. At some point, it gets frustrating and my actual feelings take precedence. Do you remember anything you said to me the other night? I'm just trying to explain where I'm coming from. Yes. I deleted it because I didn't want to do my own text walk of shame. But I'm pretty sure I remember everything. Difference between being married or someone and dating someone. And we have no intention of ever getting married. And drinks down there. Are you there tonight? I have a pass to drive my Jeep on the beach.
That was interesting.
That was. I didn't even catch that initially. I mean, she's basically saying this relationship has no future. Long term.
That is what she's saying, yeah. The thing that her and John are fighting about, just so you know, is their future together.
There may have been this gap after they meet and the waterfall, but as you asked me randomly for the video of what occurred the day of the waterfall, and that was Karen and John fighting in the driveway. This is the video of John and Karen fighting on January 28th, the very morning before John O'Keefe is going to be killed. And you can see him and Karen interacting, and it definitely looks like they're still fighting. And clearly they're having an argument, which is fine. It doesn't mean anything besides a normal relationship. But I would imagine as a female, after a full day of feeling neglected, there is some mental benefit to having anyone give you positive attention.
Well, it's more than that, though, Vince, because those texts between John and Karen are very much about their future. So they get in a fight that morning because she takes Kaylee to school and gets her Dunkin' Donuts, I guess, on the way or whatever, something along those lines. She comes back, John is pissed about that and starts shit with her. And with that video, we watch that she actually follows him out to the car before he leaves, which is interesting. I'd never seen that before. That's why I asked about it. But throughout the day, John is saying outright, it's no surprise, it's no secret, Karen, that things haven't been great between us for a while. He gets a few drinks in him and that kind of falls away, but it's still there. It's still ever present. They still fought all day. She says specifically, last night, I tried to talk to you about our future and you were like, whatever, like not interested in it. So it's on her mind in a very present way.
Lots of fun to be had. I can give you all the beach life you can handle. Stopping for a drink later?
Question mark?
By where? My spot in West Rocks. At a bar?
This text is very important. He says, I could give you all the beach life you could handle. That is a critical text message. because
Why?
he's saying, I could give you all the beach life you could handle. Brian Higgins is thinking about building a life with Karen Reed. That text is not, hey, we'll have a fun summer. Hey, come out and, we'll go to the bar down the street. He's saying, if you want the beach life, I could give you all of that. So he's actually selling what the future with me would look like. That is so different from come down to my house down the Cape and we'll bang. I mean, that's not what he is saying at all.
He's thinking literally for life. That's how guys think.
As crazy as that is, because he doesn't know her at all. I mean, it's
Doesn't
totally
matter.
insane.
It's all about what we see. I mean, you have to understand how much
Apparently.
visual is to men. And you hear it a lot. Oh, I fell in love with my wife the first night. Usually the wife is like, yeah, I hated him for like 7 months. We can wear a girl...
That's true.
And we'll wear a girl down. It can never work the other way. A girl can never wear a guy down into a long-term relationship. It never happens.
I know you're with your friend. I meant my house.
Look at this as a follow-up. I wasn't suggesting anytime soon. So he's even saying, I wasn't suggesting anytime soon. I'm not thinking about you right now. I'm thinking about, here's the life I want to sell you. I'm not even thinking about today or tomorrow. He's not even thinking about her coming over now to have a drink or to hook up. It's not even on his mind. And you would think, because if he's attracted to her, that is what he wants. He is thinking, I want you to leave John so that you can come and build a life with me. That is without a doubt what he's thinking.
This is Karen being aggressive. Karen's interpreting everything as I want to bang tonight, not at a bar, at your house, dummy. Like, she gets this game because she's older. She's been in this situation. She knows what a drink means. And Higgins is insecure and also wanting a future with her, not just tonight.
She basically says, I'm coming over for a booty call, which we're going to see, right? She basically tells him that. I know, she says, I'm an adult. I know, I've been around. Right. I know what it means when you invite an adult woman over for a drink. They talk about the fact that that's why she thinks she's coming over, but he doesn't, it appears to me as though he doesn't try to hook up with her.
If you don't want it, that's fine. No pressure. I'll drink whiskey if that's what you're having. Bite me. Stop saying fresh things. Why? Are those statements tempting?
Question mark?
Nope. You can stop over for a drink. Balls in your court. Are you going to give me the address? Yeah. We don't have to meet up if you don't want to, but I'm leaving town now. I'm up for a drink. Okay. Should I drive around yelling your name? Question mark.
Question mark?
Do you really want to come over? Only if you want me to. Can you take charge? Okay. Well, I am in my car and now getting on the highway. This feels like I am.
So this is an odd statement, right? Can you take charge? What the hell is he saying there? He is also trepidatious because of John. He wants to hear her say, I am very sure I am leaving John O'Keefe and now I want to start dating you. That's what he wants to hear. He's not getting that. So that's why he keeps saying, like, what are you doing with me, Karen? Are you just playing a game? Is this just a big game to you? He's trying to get from her over and over again, like, what are her intentions? But she's ambivalent, so she doesn't really know, which is why she's only giving him kind of like this half-assed answer all the time.
You bring up a great point, because when we first saw these, we had no idea that Higgins and John had a real relationship. And I always thought that he didn't give a shit about John because we didn't see really any interaction between the two besides that day of the game. Now that I know that they have a real relationship, it is so hard for a guy to hook up with someone that their friend is literally dating. That is a weird situation to be in. We'll cheat, sure, but we generally don't know the husband. Cheating when you know the boyfriend or husband is a weird thing for a guy. And yeah, so you're right to that point. There has to be trepidation in his mind because of that relationship he has with John.
Forcing you. Well, I'd like to know where the hell I'm going. You just want to meet me at the crib, or do you want to come over? You decide. I don't know either. Wherever you're comfortable. Then just stop by for a drink. Up to you. No pressure. Just give me an address. I hate texting while driving. Text me when close. Okay. LMK when you're here. Here.
There was only one time that the defendant and I ever interacted on a one-on-one basis. It was wasn't an interrogation. It was a face-to-face version of trying to suss out and vet, like, what is this all about? It was just a weird experience. It was, I don't either think either one of us finished a drink. Like I said, it was this type of like, what is this all about? And then she left. Defendant responded, I'm 42. I know what happens when you invite someone over for a drink.
Knowing all the facts that we do now, these text messages can be interpreted much better, and it's clear to see that Brian Patrick Higgins, old Higgy Bear, was in love with Karen Reed. He did want a future with Karen Reed. Samantha's 100% right. In the next video, we are going to continue on with these text messages and find out exactly how both of them felt after they met privately behind John's back on that fateful night. But no matter what, we will never, ever stop producing these videos until the real killer,
Brian Higgins,
is brought to justice. This crime was very simple to solve because it took place within a very small area over a very short period of time with a very limited amount of suspects. One or more of these 10 people has to be the killer of John O'Keefe. That's how easy this is. Once you remove the kids and the McCabe's, you're down to just 3 suspects: Brian Albert, Higgy Bear, and Chloe. Since Chloe's a good dog, she didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I'm a good dog. I didn't do it.
So that leaves just 2 suspects, Brian Albert and Higgy Bear. But of the 2 Brians, only one had the means, motive, and opportunity to kill John O'Keefe. And that's our old cuddly but violent Higgy Bear. Once we had all the facts and didn't jump to conclusions, do you see how easy it was to solve this crime?
I got an idea.
I love you, gay Jeff.